Hi, welcome to this demo of IBM Spectrum Protect Plus version 10.1.6 on AWS. AWS Marketplace offers automated deployment of Spectrum Protect Plus into your AWS VPC. And I have a whole series of videos in our playlist that show how Spectrum Protect Plus can either be deployed in a hybrid or an all-in-cloud configuration in conjunction with AWS. What this demo is going to highlight is the new option in Spectrum Protect Plus 10.1.6 to protect EC2. And I'll be showing you how during your AWS Marketplace configuration of Spectrum Protect Plus, you can enable EC2 protection on Spectrum Protect Plus. And basically, Spectrum Protect Plus will create an SLA policy that'll manage the snapshot scheduling and retention of the EC2 snapshots. Now, the EC2 snapshots will remain on AWS in S3 storage, but Spectrum Protect Plus will also enable the restore of the EC2 instances from these snapshots. All of the configuration steps in our previous version 10.1.5 do remain the same, with the exception of this new option that I'll be showing you. If you're deploying the Spectrum Protect Plus server and Spectrum Protect Plus vSnap in AWS, the blueprint for that will now look like this. Here you will have your Spectrum Protect Plus server and the vSnap storage it utilizes inside of the AWS cloud. If you enable EC2 protection, those will be creating snapshots to the Amazon storage. All of our other backups of DB2 databases, Mongo databases, Office 365, Oracle databases, or Microsoft SQL will be protected by Spectrum Protect Plus, and the backups will be stored in the vSnap server with the option of copying those backups to an S3 bucket for longer term storage. If you choose the hybrid installation, in this case, the Spectrum Protect Plus server and a vSnap are sitting in the corporate data center, and they are connecting to a vSnap storage, which is installed on AWS, which is where the backups of the EC2 database instances like DB2, MongoDB, Office 365, SQL, or Oracle are going to be sent to. Those can in turn be sent for long-term retention out to an S3 bucket inside AWS. Likewise, if you enable EC2 snapshots, the snapshots will be created to Amazon storage inside of your AWS cloud as well. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with the demo of how you enable the EC2 portion during the Spectrum Protect Plus install in AWS. So just like in Spectrum Protect Plus 10.1.5 offering, you'll start in the AWS Management Console, and you'll go to the AWS Marketplace where you'll search on Spectrum Protect Plus. You'll see now it is showing as Spectrum Protect Plus version 10.1.6. And underneath the product overview, it will mention the new EC2 snapshot support. Everything else is the same, so you'll go ahead and click on Continue to Subscribe. In the CloudFormation, underneath the stack details, this is where you're going to see the EC2 snapshot option. This EC2 snapshot option is the only change from version 10.1.5 to version 10.1.6. If you want to see details about the other options, check out my older videos on installing Spectrum Protect Plus 10.1.5 inside of the Amazon Marketplace. By default, EC2 snapshots are enabled. If you leave it enabled, this will have no impact on the sizing or on the EC2 types or on the stacks that are deployed. What it will do is it will create a new IAM user, which has the specific roles restricted to just what is needed to do EC2 snapshot functions. It will also register that new IAM user inside of Spectrum Protect Plus, as well as create an SLA policy in Spectrum Protect Plus. If you disable this EC2 snapshot, you still have the capability to manually set this up inside of Spectrum Protect Plus, Or if you're upgrading from a lower Spectrum Protect Plus version like 10.1.5 up to 10.1.6, you can also manually add in the EC2 snapshot support directly from inside of Spectrum Protect Plus. But one thing to be aware of, if you are deploying a hybrid solution where the VPC does not yet exist, we will ignore this EC2 snapshot option, whether or not you enable it or disable it. We will not create a IAM user, and we will not do any registration inside of Spectrum Protect Plus. And this is because of the simple fact that we cannot access the Spectrum Protect Plus server because there's no VPC from inside of AWS out to that Spectrum Protect Plus server yet. So to reiterate, by default, EC2 snapshots is set to enable. If it is disabled, you can set it up manually, or if you're using a hybrid and a new VCP, you can manually set that up. Okay, once you click next, that will go ahead and give you the option to create the stack. Creating the stack will be the same as it was in 10.1.5, and the stacks that are deployed will depend on the fact of whether it's a hybrid or an all-in-cloud solution. If you did enable EC2 snapshots and this was not a hybrid installation into a new VPC, you can go into the identity and access management, and underneath users, you will see this user that we created. By default, it will have the name SPP_application_user followed by a number. If you drill down into that user and you look at tags, you will see that the stack name has a tag value associated with the Spectrum Protect Plus vSnap stack creation. If you look under permissions, you will see that the permissions this IAM user was created with are specific to EC2 snapshots. So it'll have things like creating snapshots, deleting snapshots, describing snapshots. These permissions are specifically detailed in the Spectrum Protect Plus user guide. If you look at the security credentials, there is an access key and a secret key that was set up for this IAM. And these IAM users and access keys were used in the registration inside of the Spectrum Protect Plus server. So if we switch over to the Spectrum Protect Plus server, so first of all, you will see that this is at version 10.1.6. You do still need to register a license because we just installed an evaluation copy. If you go into Manage Protection, Virtualized Systems, Amazon EC2, you will see a new account called AWS_cloud_number. This is the account that we registered using that IAM user and secret key that we just showed you. After we registered this, we did run an inventory. If you click on this account, it will show you all of the regions and servers associated with it. You can select which EC2 you want to create snapshots of, and then you will want to assign that EC2 to an SLA. We automatically created this AWS_policy_snapshot_0 SLA, so we'll associate it with that. If you click on Actions and then Start, that will do an on-demand backup using the EC2 snapshots and storing that snapshot directly inside of the AWS cloud. If you go into Keys and Certificates underneath System Configurations, you will see the AWS key that was created using the IAM user and secret key that was set up during the AWS Marketplace install. If you go into Policy Overview and scroll down, you will see the SLA, AWS_policy_snapshot. If we edit that, you can see a retention of 15 days and a frequency of once a day. You could also assign a prefix for that snapshot if you wanted to. This SLA will kick off on a scheduled basis the creation of those EC2 snapshots. If we want to take a look at that on-demand snapshot that we created, go back into Jobs and Operations, and if you scroll down, you'll see that that snapshot has been completed. And you could, if you wanted to, do a restore now from that snapshot. So in summary, I just showed you how you can now enable the protection of EC2 via snapshots when you are setting up Spectrum Protect Plus inside of AWS Marketplace. This will automatically create an IAM user who is registered to Spectrum Protect Plus, as well as a SLA, which will be set up inside of Spectrum Protect Plus to do scheduled backups of EC2. This EC2 protection can also be set up manually inside of Spectrum Protect Plus. You would need to do it manually if you disabled it at install time, or if you were upgrading an older Spectrum Protect Plus server to 10.1.6, or if when you did the install you had chosen the hybrid installation into an environment that did not yet have a VPC set up. Be sure to check out the other videos which detail the manual setup of the EC2 protection inside of Spectrum Protect Plus, as well as the other videos on how to use AWS Marketplace to deploy Spectrum Protect Plus into your AWS environment. Thank you very much.